So, hello.
Hello.
So, we're gonna start off with.
Vai lá na frente, tá? Você tem que ficar lá. Não vou ficar olhando pra você.
Okay.
Stay there.
So, we're gonna start off with some questions about just you. So, what is your name?
My name is Gediel Oliveira.
Where and when were you born?
I was born in Curitiba, the state of Paraná, in Brazil, in October 4th, 1970.
So, where did you live during your life in Brazil?
I lived in the state of Paraná when I was a child. Up to 12 years old, I lived in a city called Cascavel, and after that, I moved to Londrina, where I lived up until I came to America.
Okay, what did your parents do for a living up until 1985?
My father he worked for the water company in the state where we lived, and he was a school teacher, and my mom was a music teacher.
Okay, what was your life like as a young boy?
Well, it was like as a normal boy. Like I used to go to school, I used to go out with friends, play soccer all the time, to play with my friends, and basically that stuff, kind of small boy stuff.
Okay, when did you first come to the US and when did you fully move here?
I first came to U.S. In 1990. I came here and I stayed here for a year. Then I moved back to Brazil, and then I got married. I had children. I go to work. I did my life there, and then I came to America in 2006.
Okay, what was your reasoning behind moving to the US?
Well, I had like family here, brother, sister, and my mom and dad used to live here. And things in Brazil sometimes gets complicated. Uh, the violence was growing. I was afraid of the education for my children. Things were like being like expensive, and for a better life, like for my children, I came to America.
Okay, what professions did you have while living in Brazil?
Uh, Basically, I worked for insurance companies all my life. When I was young, I used to be a uh, project drafter, and then after that, I started working for insurance companies, and I grew up at the companies. I got to a point where I was very high, and then after that, I decided to uh, have a restaurant, and I was a restaurant owner for like 3 or 4 years before I came to America.
Okay, so what was your life like under the dictatorship?
Uh, for us, like in the state we lived, it was normal. Uh, we were not affected by the dictatorship that they called the military regime that they had at the time. Uh, Basically, it was a pretty normal life. We did whatever we wanted to do. In our state, there wasn't much of a repression from the government.
So was the government talked about at your school?
Yes, they used to teach us to respect and to uh, follow certain rules and to know the names of the president and all the generals and all the guys that were responsible for the country.
Did you ever hear or learn about the similar government situations present in places such as Argentina and Chile at the time?
Not at the time. I learned about that when I was older, that Chile and Paraguay and Argentina, they had like some kind of the same regime, like the military government that didn't work well.
Okay, did your parents ever talk about the government?
Not much, not really.
So they never complained about it?
No,
Did your family or any others that were close to you have any like financial problems during the dictatorship?
no, not during the dictatorship, not during the government, the military government.
So what was the opinion of the general public surrounding the military government?
Like I said, in our state, in Paraná, uh, it wasn't like a central state for the politics and stuff like that. So we were not affected by the government like people in other states like Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo, Minas Gerais. That those were the states where the government had a huge influence over people, over the population. In our state, we had like a civilian governor, we had a civilian mayor at our city, and so it's basically for the other states like Rio and São Paulo that they had like a major impact over the population.
So what was your opinion on the government?
At that point, I didn't have like much of an opinion about the government. Like I said, our lives were not impacted by the government. Like my parents used to go to work. Me and my brother and sister used to go to school. Used to play with friends. Used to go out. We were not affected by the government as much as other parts of the country with other uh, parts of the population.
Did you